Greetings, welcome, and thank you for clicking. I'm Christian of Standing Stones Healing, encouraging your transformation during the life changes, challenges, and transitions of your journey, and I am so honored to have you here for the May Choose One of 3 card reading for your May 2022 messages. Welcome and thank you, and welcome, May. We are honored to have you here with us, May, as I am honored to have you here with me. So if you are new to these monthly readings, welcome. I'm honored to have you here for sure. And this is how it works. You choose number 1, 2, or 3, and there is a corresponding untethered spread reading for your monthly messages. Now, I am going to do a little bit of setting of sacred space, do a little bit of drumming, and allow you to clear away what's come before, clear away what comes later, and focus in on this blessed present moment for your May 2022 messages. Now, down below, of course, you can click number 1, 2, or 3 and go there straight away. So thank you so very much. Please join me in taking 3 deep cleansing breaths. What is your number? 1, 2, or 3? Welcome, number 1, to your May 2022 messages. Now, number 1, this is the Untethered Spread reading. This is a unique reading that I use that you cannot find anywhere else, and you can learn more about this reading at standingstoneshealing.com/card reading. The link is in the notes. Number 1, your Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles, number 1. Great, number 1. Number 1, your angel card for May is Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Wonderful. Great. Number 1, I've got some things coming up here for you on this number 1. Your Archangel card number 1 is Leadership. Archangel Gabriel says, it is time for you to assume leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Great. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. Wonderful. I've got some things to say about that for sure. You had, number 1, 3 Viking runes. Let's see what they are. The rune of opening is your first Viking rune, number 1. opening. The rune of wholeness, number 1. And finally, the rune of the unknown. And number 1, your Breathe Easy card for May is intuition. I am intuitive. Whether you call it a gut feeling, flying by the seat of your pants, or having spirit guides whisper to you, there's no denying that intuition should be part of every decision. I breathe in the guidance I need. I am filled with intuition. I breathe out skepticism. Wonderful. Number 1, this is great. So for sure, number 1, this is a time for you to be crossing a bridge, and to be crossing a bridge in the spiritual sense. It is time for you, number 1, to step into a place of spiritual leadership. And when I say step into a place of spiritual leadership, this doesn't mean that you suddenly need to become Deepak Chopra or Wayne Dyer or Louise Hay or fill in the blank of whoever you think of as a big spiritual leader. What this means is that it is time for you to recognize that you have some spiritual shifts happening in your life right now, that you are moving from one phase of life into another in a spiritual sense, in an energetic sense, in a core heart-centered kind of sense. So this is a time for you to recognize that you are really on a bridge and you are moving from one phase into another, that you are moving from oneself into the next. Now, number 1, we are always doing this. We are always moving from who we were to who we are becoming. And so, in a sense, we are always on this balance beam of transition. And it's especially a point of transition for you right now in being called to recognize and step into a new spiritual phase, and one in which you recognize and claim a leadership role, number 1. Now, Archangel Gabriel is calling upon us, number 1, to step into that role, to lovingly guide others. Now, Archangel Gabriel is the angel of communication, and you can see there's a trumpet here. What I'm getting is the encouragement to use your voice at this time, and even, number 1, to sound the trumpet. Alarum, it's time to let it be known, and to be using your voice and speaking with your voice. Now, your voice doesn't necessarily have to be your actual voice. And yes, this idea of coming into your power and recognizing and claiming that in whatever way that means to you, number 1, but you truly are being encouraged to do so in the month of May. Your intuition is going to play an important role in that. So number 1, it's important for you to be tapping into and listening to the messages that you are receiving, and to follow your intuition in this, to allow that to guide you. So recognizing that your intuition, you may recognize right now, number 1, that you are receiving messages. Maybe you've been noticing that you're receiving them. Maybe you've been wanting to receive them. here's the thing with messages. We're always receiving them. It's whether or not we are open to receiving them, and acknowledging them is the key. And so, number one, know that you are receiving messages, and you're being encouraged to notice them and recognize them, and to use your intuition to guide you at this time. Here's the thing. Number one, you could cross this balance beam from one phase into the next with your eyes closed, following only your intuition and allowing that to guide you. And so you truly can make this transition using only your intuition. You are being guided to use your intuition and to trust it. Now, do you have to close your eyes on this beam? No, you don't have to close your eyes. And know that you could, if you so chose to, in order to follow the intuition and allowing it to guide you. So yes, number one, indeed, use your intuition right now to help you transition in your spiritual sense of self at this time, and even allow that to guide you, to guide others. Number one, once you cross this beam, once you get to the other side, you are in a position to help others across. Once we get to one side of the river, we are in a position to help others cross the river because we've already crossed it and we know how to cross it. So don't be afraid to use your knowledge of making this transition to help others with their own transition and to lovingly guide others. It's very clear, Archangel Ariel right here, the Angel Ariel right here saying, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world. When we have changes in our worldview, it can be scary. Let me take that back. It is scary because what you've known, the way that you've operated, the way that you've done things, your knowledge base has been shifted. And anytime there's a shifting in what we've done, in what we've known, in the ways in which we have moved in the world, that's a scary thing. And so recognize that and honor that, number one, that as you go through your May, you may be feeling feelings of fear and uncertainty and doubt. That's all a normal part of the process of moving from one phase into another. So know that that may come up for you in the month of March, and know that that's part of the process. Recognize that, understand that, and be gentle with yourself in that for sure. What else am I getting here for you? Number one. With this rune of opening, this truly is a time of opportunity for you, a time for you to be recognizing all of the doors that are available to you in this shift. Anytime we have a shift in our lives, whatever that shift might be and however it might look, it opens up new opportunities to us and for us. And so this is a great opportunity, number one, for you, a great opening. Now, what I'm also getting, number one, is that this is an opportunity, an opening energetically. So be open to the shifting in the energies. Be open to those possibilities. Be open to the shift in the emotions that you may be experiencing throughout May. That indeed is all part of the process. For the rune of wholeness, I'm getting the encouragement for you to recognize that you are always already whole. So often on our spiritual journey, we have this idea that we are searching for wholeness, that we are striving to be whole. But you actually don't need to find wholeness. You actually don't need to go be whole somewhere, as though it's something to go do or find outside of yourself. Wholeness is always, already you. You are always, already complete in and of yourself, number one. And so at this time in May, with your shift, your spiritual opening, you're being encouraged to recognize that wholeness is not something that you find outside of yourself. It's always already within you. And so throughout this month, just recognize, honor that. And you may even want to use that, number one, as a mantra for yourself. I am whole. I am whole. As a reminder that as you cross from one phase to the next, everything you need to make that cross is already inside of you. There is nothing else that you need. So know that everything that you need to make this transition is already here within you. And there is nothing that you need to find on the other side of this beam to make you whole. You already are number one. Blessings to your wholeness. Now, number one, isn't this something? Intuition is your breathe easy card. Follow that intuition. Recognize it, honor it, allow it to lead you into this next phase. Beautiful. Number one. This is a wonderful reading for you for the month of May. You know, number one, you may already be having these feelings. You may already be sensing these things, and they may very well be unveiling and revealing themselves to you throughout the month of May 2022. This reading is the Untethered Spread reading, and this reading is a very simple yet profound reading that reveals itself in layers and unfurls as time passes. And so as the month goes on and as time passes, this reading is going to reveal more of itself to you. So because of that, number one, I encourage you to come back at the end of the month. No matter when you're listening to this during the month of May, I encourage you to come back at the end of the month and listen in on this message, this reading again, because it will resonate with you differently at the end of the month than it does whenever you're listening to this now. And it will reveal more to you in the way of those messages. Wonderful. Number one, I invite you to please like this video. Please subscribe if you have not already. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. And to share this video as well with anyone who might be interested in their own Choose One of Three card reading for their May 2022 messages. And finally, number one, in case you haven't heard, I want to make sure that you know that I am offering these readings live, one-on-one over Zoom. This is new. Now, I've been offering these readings as recordings for, I don't know, a couple of years now. I've been offering the Untethered Spread as a recorded reading that you can purchase. But I love connecting with you. I love meeting you. I love chatting with you. I love sending you these messages and having a discussion in person. And so I do these readings in person as well. But for online, I've only been offering them as recordings. I've changed that. And now you can meet with me online for these readings live one-on-one. Because this is a new service, I have an awesome introductory price, only $33. That's USD, only $33 to be able to connect one-on-one to chat and to have your own individual Untethered Spread reading. Check that out in the notes below. Well, number one, I want to say thank you so much. It is a true honor to bring you your May 2022 messages, and I want to send you blessings and best wishes for your journey. Greetings, number two. Welcome, number two, to your choose one of 3 card reading messages for your May 2022. Your Celtic Dragon Tarot card is the Moon. The Moon. Wonderful Moon. Thank you for being here in this reading. You had 2 angel cards, number 2. Your first angel card is Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Thank you, Bridget. And your second angel card is Francesca. What do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. Negativity will block your progress. Great, Francesca. Thank you very much. I've got some things coming up right now. Wonderful. Number 2, your Archangel card is All is Well. Archangel Jeremiah says, everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. All is well, number 2. Your Viking runes, number 2. You had 2 Viking runes come out for you. We have the rune of Wealth, and we have the rune of Harvest. And finally, number 2, we have for your Breathe Easy card, Wholeness. I am whole. We are all connected in the unbroken circle of life. I breathe in the feeling of love and wholeness that starts in my heart and radiates out into the world. I am filled with an unbroken connection to all there is. I breathe out my broken heart. Okay, beautiful. So number 2, this reading is my Untethered Spread reading. You can learn more about the reading and why I call it Untethered Spread at standingstoneshealing.com/card reading. That link is in the notes below. And this reading is 5 cards from 5 different decks. And the reading really unfurls itself in meaning throughout the month. So no matter when you're listening in on this, number 2, I encourage you to come back at the end of the month because the messages here are going to resonate differently at the end of the month. They'll have had time to unfurl. Your month will have occurred, and you'll be able to reflect more deeply on these messages. So thank you for being here whenever it is in May, and I do encourage you to stop by and see me again at the end of the month. So number 2, here's what I'm getting for you for your May 2022. You are contemplating something. I don't know what it is, number 2. Maybe you aren't even sure what it is, number 2, and that's okay too. But you're thinking about something. You've got some desire, some goal, some dream, some something that you are thinking about and contemplating. And what I'm getting is that you've got an option that you're considering and you're just not sure about it. You're being encouraged before you move forward. Number 2, before you move forward, look into this a little more deeply. So before you move forward, do a little bit more research, do a little bit more thinking, maybe talk to some people, take the lid off the jar, number 2, and look into that jar before you buy the jar. Okay? So number 2, whatever it is that you're contemplating, whatever it is that you're thinking about, whatever it is that you want, and you're thinking, oh, this looks like a great option. I could do this, or I should do this. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath, and before jumping in, learn a little bit more about this option. It might be the right path, it might be the right option, or it might not. But you're being encouraged to take a step back, number 2, to assess the situation a little bit more deeply before you move forward. Whether it's the right fit or not will be revealed more clearly to you with looking into this option a little bit more. Now, with the thing that it is that you're thinking of, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you're considering, I'm picking up for you, number 2, some scattered feelings about it. I'm picking up for you some muddied feelings. I just had the image of a muddy puddle. And you're being encouraged to get some clarity right now, number 2, on this situation. So whatever it is that you are considering, whatever it is you're thinking about, whatever it is that you are wanting, you're being encouraged to get some clarity on that before moving forward. Now, number 2, clarity is going to help you with determining whether or not this option you're considering is the right fit, and helping you to determine whether or not this really is a good idea. And clarity is going to be very important for you. So take some time to get clear. You know, Francesca's encouraging you, visualize it. Stop with the negativity. That's going to block your progress. So keep it positive. Now, I know, number 2, this is not easy. Positivity is not always easy. We are, after all, humans living a human existence, a human experience. And so I encourage you not to beat yourself up for steering away, veering away, being challenged to stay positive. So in other words, number 2, I encourage you not to get negative about challenges, about staying positive. But visualization is going to help you with determining whether or not this is the right fit, and with bringing in those scattered energies in order to know what is right for you in moving forward. Now, what I'm also getting for you, number 2, is that the moon is going to be helpful for you in reining in some of these scattered feelings. You know, the moon is very powerful. Energetically, the moon is very powerful. And even on a non-energetic level, the moon moves the oceans. That's some power. So we know the moon has a lot of power. Call upon the moon right now, number 2. Harness those moon energies to help you with visualization, with manifestation, with knowing what you want and moving forward with it. So the moon, number 2, is going to be helpful for you right now in reining in those scattered energies, in helping to make that muddy puddle clear, in helping to be able to visualize what it is you really want. So get some clarity with help from the moon right now. The moon is here to support you in that. You know, moon rituals can be very powerful. So you may want to consider, number 2, some kind of moon ritual at this time during the month of May to help you with that. As a matter of fact, number 2, we got a supermoon coming up during the month of May. So I encourage you to tap into that to help you with clarity, help you with visualization, to help you with harnessing that power to move forward. Whatever that means to you, number 2, whatever that means to you is what is most important. I just got the encouragement to encourage you to work to drown out or silence the voices of everyone else. Part of that scattered energy that I'm picking up on for you for this month, number 2, has to do with other people's opinions, other people's influences, other people's static. So number 2, tune into your personal station right now. There's a lot of static coming through. Tune that out and tune into your crystal clear station. Whatever's playing on that station is up to you. It is your station, your frequency. Tap into that, number 2, and tune out all of the other voices, the chatter, all of the other messages from others, especially their opinions, that are making it hard for you to tune into and get clarity on what it is you really want. The moon is here to support you in that. Thank you, moon. Now, what else am I getting here for you? Number 2. You know what's so interesting, number 2, is this idea of static and everyone else's opinions and everyone else's influences kind of clouding what it is we really want. There's a message here to recognize the wholeness within you. And there's a message here to recognize, number 2, that you know what's best for you. And that with all of the fuzziness that you have with your own station, it only exists outside of you. And that you truly are whole yourself, and that when you tune into your own station, it's a clear signal. It's a clear signal in the depths of your being, number 2. So that truly is a clear signal within you when you get rid of all of the static and tune into it. The signal is already there. The signal is always already there. Number 2, you just need to recognize the wholeness of that. Recognize that there's no static when you truly get deep down inside within your own crystal clear self. And you honor that, recognize that, and tap into it. So all of the answers that you need, number 2, are here. All of the questions that you have are answered here. All of the clarity that you need is right here. Tap into that, number 2, and know that it is there when you tune into it. Wonderful. Now, number 2, what else we got here for you? You know, number 2, this may very well be for you questions of wealth, questions of money, questions of abundance, questions of cattle. In the Viking runes, the rune of wealth, yes, also symbolizes cattle, which of course is in many cultures and in many ways a mark of wealth. How many cows you got? And so, number two, what I'm getting for you right now is some encouragement to count your cows. Check out and see how many cows you've got and count them. And to count them with joy. To count them with glee. And so, number two, if indeed these questions that you have right now, this opportunity that you are looking into, has to do with wealth and has to do with abundance. And let's be real, number two, oftentimes when we are looking at opportunities and we are considering moving forward with opportunities, oftentimes they have an impact in some way, shape, or form upon our wealth. However we define that. You know, wealth isn't just about money. There is wealth to be measured in an infinite number of ways. You know, physical wealth in terms of our health are the wealth of our health, our friendships, our love relationships. Those all have to do with wealth as well, right? So it's not only about money. And so anytime we're thinking about a new venture, considering an opportunity, it has implications on our wealth. So right now, number two, count your cows. Look at the wealth that you already have and assess that wealth. Recognize that in many ways you are already healthy? Wealthy. Yes, and in many ways you are already healthy, number two. So recognize that as you consider the impact upon your wealth that any opportunities might have. So assess that as you move forward. Now also, this is the rune of harvest. Fascinating, right? Number two, the rune of harvest. And so when we harvest, we are, in a sense, assessing the work that we have done, assessing the seeds that we have sown and what has come from them. And we are measuring our wealth and our abundance. And so, fascinatingly, the wealth of harvest, the rune of harvest, and the rune of wealth are here to encourage you to recognize the wealth that you have, the abundance that you have, the harvest that you already have as you consider the harvest and the wealth of any new opportunities. Also, number two, you've got some encouragement here for you as you make all of these considerations, as you ask yourself, is this opportunity that's presenting itself the right one for me? As you work to get clarity, as you harness the powers of the moon to help you, you're being encouraged to know all is well. All is well, number two. Even number two, these scattered feelings. Even number two, these uncertainties. They are part of the process. They are here as a part of your journey. And you're being encouraged to recognize that those scattered feelings, those uncertainties, those questions have their place. And number two, even amidst all of the questions, the uncertainties, the scattered feelings, and the static, indeed, all is well. And so as you, I just had the image of you, number two, a small ship, a small boat upon the water making its way. So even as the waves rock your boat, know that all is well. Remember the clarity The answers are all here. Or maybe they're here, wherever they are for you. They are indeed inside of you. And everything you need to make that journey on your little boat is already here, and it's always here. Number 2. That is where your true clarity lies. No matter what is happening outside of the boat, no matter what waves are rocking, no matter what is happening on your journey, you in the boat can have clarity, do have clarity as you travel that boat. It's only a matter of tapping into it. You got this, number 2. You got this. Now, number 2, you can also get a reading one-on-one with me for your own Untethered Spread messages. I am now offering these readings live, one-on-one on Zoom. Now, I offer the Untethered Spread reading in person, and you may not be anywhere near me in central Pennsylvania to get an in-person Untethered Spread reading. I have for the past couple of years been offering this reading online as a recording only, but I've changed that because I love chatting with you. I love connecting with you. I love bringing you these messages in person. And so because of that, I am now offering these readings live over Zoom, individually, one-on-one for your own Untethered Spread messages. And because this is a brand new service that I'm offering it at an amazing introductory price of only $33 USD. So only $33 to meet with me one-on-one for a 45, even up to a 1-hour meeting with the card pulling, your own individual messages, encouragement, and discussion for your journey. So get in on that. Number 2, it is for a limited time. You can get that link down below in the notes. If you have any questions, of course, as always, reach out. Get in touch with me. I love connecting with you. I am so honored always to bring you these messages and so honored to encourage your journey. And so, number 2, thank you so much. I send you blessings and best wishes. I encourage you to send blessings and best wishes to others. Please share this video with someone else who may be interested in their own. Choose one of 3 messages for May. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I am truly honored by all of that, and I send you blessings for your journey. Greetings, number 3. Welcome, number 3, to your May 2022 messages. Number 3, this is my Untethered Spread card reading. This is a unique reading of 5 cards from 5 different decks that you will not find anywhere else, and it is my honor to bring you these messages each month. Now, the messages do unfurl throughout the month, and so I encourage you, number 3, no matter when you are listening to this in May, I encourage you to come back at the end of the month because more of the reading will unveil, unfurl, and reveal itself to you throughout the month. So thank you for being here no matter when you are here. Your Celtic Dragon Tarot card for May is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups, number 3. Wonderful. Number 3, you had 2 angel cards pop out for you. The first angel card is Archangel Michael, who says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine purpose. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Wonderful. Great encouragement from Michael. And number three, you're number three. And number three, your number two angel card is Adriana. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Okay, wonderful, great. I've got lots of things coming up, number three, on these three cards, but let's see what other cards you have for your May reading. Your Archangel card is Indigo and Crystal Children. Archangel Metatron says, you have a bond with children. In particular, you can help children who are sensitive. Okay, thank you, Archangel Metatron. And blessings to children everywhere. Children, thank you for your gifts. Your Viking rune is the rune of movement. Number three, this is the rune of movement. Great. And finally, your Breathe Easy card is meditation. I am meditating. To be aware of only the rhythm of our breathing, slowly out and in. This is the way of meditation. I breathe in the stillness beyond time and space. I am filled with a nothingness that contains everything. I breathe out my mind's chatter. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. All right, number three, what am I getting here for you for your May? Well, number three, what I'm getting for you is that this is a time for you to reach out and claim what is yours. And so to recognize and reach for the abundance, the blessings, the treasures that you want and that are yours. So there's very much here, number three, a sense of claiming what you want, a sense of reaching for it, a sense of pretty much saying, yes, give it to me. This is mine. This is what I want. This is what I deserve. I'm claiming it and I'm reaching out for it. I am saying this is for me and I am recognizing what I want, recognizing what I deserve, and reaching out for it. Almost in a forceful, ambitious, bold kind of sense. Number three. So you're being encouraged to do that in the month of May. Claim it, number three. It is yours. Know it, reach for it, and say, heck yes, this is mine. You're getting this encouragement too from Archangel Michael. You know, Archangel Michael is just so very powerful and helpful and always ready to assist us. All we have to do is call upon Archangel Michael. And so you are being encouraged, number three, to call upon Archangel Michael to help you with the courage. So you may be thinking, okay, Christian, yes, there's something that I want. There's something just right out there that I want to grab and I want to reach out for and I want to claim it. But I'm just not sure. I don't know. Is it really for me? Is this what I want? Is this right? But I know I want it, but I don't know if it's for me. So I'm picking up here, number three, on some feelings of self-worth, some hesitation with those feelings, some uncertainties, and some even questions of, I want this, but I just don't know. Archangel Michael is encouraging you to have the courage to reach out and grab it, to claim it, to say, yes, this indeed is mine. Have that courage. Number 3. Archangel Michael is here to help you with that courage. Number 3, what's so interesting is that the word courage, the root of that word is from the old French heart. And so courage is really all about the heart. And so courage really at its heart is about the heart. And so, number 3, some encouragement for you to lead with the heart at this time, to use your heart to propel you forward, to claim what it is you really want, and to claim what Archangel Michael is encouraging you to reach out and claim. There he is. To reach out and claim. Know that this is a part of your divine purpose. Know that this is a part of your journey. And know that you're being encouraged to reach out for it. Now, here's the thing, number 3. Those hesitations and those uncertainties and those fears and even those questions of self-worth are part of the journey. They're part of the process. They're part of the experience. So honor them, recognize them. Don't beat yourself up for them. Number 3. So in other words, don't beat yourself up for those questions of self-worth. Don't beat yourself up for those hesitancies. Don't beat yourself up for the fears and the lack of courage. Don't beat yourself up for that, number 3. That's part of the process, and that serves its purpose. And dig down into the core of your heart. Recognize what it is you truly want deep inside, and know that you are worthy of it. Archangel Michael is here to support you in that. You have angels leading you, helping you. Listen and follow the steps that they are communicating to you. Those messages may come to you through dreams, through your intuition, through thoughts, through messages that you might hear, and even things that you might say, is that me talking to myself? Is that a message that I'm receiving? What is that? What is it all about? Pay attention to the messages, the signs, number 3. Number 3, you can even ask for signs. So if you get a sign or a message and you're like, I don't know, is that really a message? I'm not so sure. You can ask for clarification, and you can ask for help with determining whether or not messages that you are receiving are indeed messages, and probably you're getting messages, number 3, and are just not recognizing that they are messages. Now, what I'm getting for you is some encouragement to do some movement at this time. As I picked up the rune and showed it to you, I had the image of dancing. So doing some dancing may be helpful for you at this time to get some energies moving and to get you into the flow of feelings of courage and self-worth and boldness. So movement is really helpful for shaking things up. Quite literally, number 3, you may want to shake some things up for your May and do some shaking and some moving to get those energies flowing, to get yourself pumped up and to get yourself into a place where you feel like, yes, I can reach out boldly and grab this cup. Give it to me. It is mine. I'm ready for it. I know what I want. I'm claiming it, and I am reaching for it. So don't be afraid to do a little dancing, do a little shaking to get yourself pumped up. Yes, number 3, you may want to shake your booty to get yourself going. Now, what about these kids? What is up with these kids? You know, that's a great question. What is up with kids? I love kids. Kids are so much fun. Kids really have the power to help us feel empowered if we recognize it. Because kids are so very much in the moment. Kids are so very much in their element. Kids, if they want the ice cream, are going to reach out and say, give me that ice cream cone. I want that ice cream cone. Be like the kid in that way, number 3, in May. You may even want to go out and get yourself an ice cream. Yes, it's my cone. Yes, I want it. Yes, give it to me. And then enjoy eating that ice cream cone, number 3. But kids really are wonderful for helping us to get in touch with our boldness, to help us get in touch with living in the moment, to help us get in touch with encouragement. So get in touch with some kids this month and enjoy their company, enjoy their messages, enjoy their blessings, and let their play, let their love and light help propel you forward, number 3. Let that beautiful energy of movement from kids help to encourage you. You know, you might want to do a little dancing with kids. Kids, they're going to shake their booty and not care who's looking, not care what anybody thinks. You know, you may want to watch some dancing kid videos on YouTube. I don't know, number 3, whatever that means to you. But movement is going to be helpful for you, and even movement with kids is going to be helpful for you, taking some inspiration from children in whatever way that means to you is going to be helpful for you, number 3. You know, in terms of your life purpose, this may have to do with children, and so that may be a piece of this message too. It doesn't have to be, but it may very well be an element of it. And considering how you can work with children, considering how you can take inspiration from children, considering how even, number 3, at the very least, you can get in touch with that inner child of yourself to help you get in touch with grabbing, grasping, going for what it is you want and what it is you deserve, number 3. Wonderful messages. I love it. Thank you, kids. Finally, I am meditating. What is this all about? You know, number 3, so often to help us move forward, it's helpful to pause. So often to help us reach out, it's helpful for us to pull back and to turn inward. So often to help us reach out for something, it's helpful for us to come back to ourselves. And so there's an encouragement here for you to do some meditating, to do some bringing yourself back to yourself, to engage in some stillness in order to help propel you forward. Now, as I was showing you this card, I had the image of a coiled snake. And the coiled snake is very much ready to spring forth and very much ready to reach out. But in that moment of being coiled, there's stillness within the snake. There's a true power in that coiled and ready to spring stillness. Almost as though the snake, in a sense, is meditating. It is energy that is being held and that is being contained and ready to spring forth, but in a reflective kind of way. So there's some encouragement for some reflection as you move forward to claim what it is that you deserve. And in that reflection, in that meditation, that pausing and that stillness, you're going to have the opportunity to recognize, turning inward, recognize your own divinity, recognize your own worth, recognize the beauty of yourself and that self-worth, that that was not the word, whatever it was, your own worth, number 3, in that meditative stillness, your own power. Now, this meditation does not have to be a sitting. Stillness comes in many forms. It even comes in the form of movement. And so a walking meditation might be beneficial for you during the month of May, number 3. It might be helpful for you to do some meditative movement, including that dancing and shaking your booty. Indeed, that is meditative too, isn't it? So that meditation is going to help you to recognize your worth, your deserving. That was the word that was there and then gone. Deserving, number 3. Truly, indeed. Call upon Archangel Michael. He's here to assist you. You've got messages all around you and help all around you, number 3, to help you reach out and grasp what is yours. Whether it's that ice cream cone, that life purpose, whatever it might be, number 3. So number 3, thank you so much for the honor of bringing you your May 2022 messages. I love coming to you with these monthly Choose One of 3 readings. And I'm also honored to come to you one-on-one with your own individual Untethered Spread card reading. You can learn more about the Untethered Spread reading at standingstoneshealing.com/card reading, and that link is in the notes below that you can check out. I'm so honored and excited to now be offering these readings, this Untethered Spread reading, individually live. For the past couple of years, I've been offering these readings as an individual recording, so you could purchase your own reading individually as a recording. And I also offer them in person, but you might not be anywhere near me to get one live in person. But I love chatting with you. I love interacting with you. I love connecting with and getting to know you. And so because of that, I'm now offering the Untethered Spread reading live on Zoom as well. This, as a brand new service, is being offered at an awesome introductory price of only $33, 33 USD, that we can meet and connect, offer you your own Untethered Spread reading, your own messages. This is for a limited time though, because it's a brand new service. So please do learn more about it in the notes below and schedule your own Untethered Spread reading for your own messages. Thank you. Number 3, it is a true honor to come to you with your monthly messages. Please do like, please do subscribe, please do share it with your friends. Please do also comment below if you so choose. I am always honored by your comments. Sending you blessings, number 3, and best wishes for your journey.